Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic and the Season of Mastery. Yesterday was kind of one of those days for me where I got onto World of Warcraft and I really wanted to play and to press those familiar buttons, but I didn't want to quest at all. It was kind of a burnout day. I was a little bit tired of questing, but I wanted to play the game. So even though I had just gone on a rant about how I wasn't sure I was going to do any duplicate dungeon runs or farm dungeons for gear, I ended up doing a couple of library and armory runs. That's why we are now level 37. I also took care of some quests in Stranglethorn that were looking to be rather tedious. I went to the Curzon compound, and the way that I had to get to the commandos and the head shrinkers for the follow-up quest to the one we did was by body camping them again, because there were so many people in the area fighting these enemies when I tried to play. And I eventually got that done in a couple other quests in Stranglethorn as well. And then we ran Scarlet Monastery, and I got the Helm, Raging Berserker Helm, 13 Strength, 8 Stamina, improve your chance to get a critical strike. And we also got, if I can get my bags open, the Scarlet Leggings. These we can't equip until we hit level 38, but yeah, I feel like it was a pretty successful couple of runs, but all in all, that was 4 different runs, and we got 2 pieces of gear. Today, we are in the Arathi Highlands, and I'm looking for the Witherbark village. We are going to do worth its weight in gold. I also made my way down to Desolus. I did the long walk all the way from Darkshore. Got the flight points in Ashenvale, got the flight point in Stonetalon Mountains, got down to Nigel's Point in Desolus, and started working on the Centaur quest there. So that gives me a little bit of stuff to do whenever I can get on, but I can't record. I can go grind out my Centaur rep and take care of a few things in Desolus that I think are really grindy and not really entertaining from a content perspective when we're just killing Centaur for an hour and a half. Same thing with a lot of the stuff in Stranglethorn, especially when it's camped out and it's just me waiting for spawns. That's really not entertaining or engaging, even though it has to be done. So a lot of that stuff I've just been taking care of it on my own, and kind of choosing stuff that I think is going to be a little bit more situationally interesting to actually record. Alright, let's be sure of exactly what we need here. Tusks, which we could probably get from all of them. Medicine pouches, which are probably only going to come from the witch doctors. And then we need a Shadow Hunter knife, which I'm just going to assume is going to come from something called a Shadow Hunter. I had also kind of thought to look for a group for Stromguard badges, so I will spam for a group every once in a while, and if we happen to find a group, we will go do that. That being said, it's 10:14 in the morning on a Monday, so well, there's 20 people here at least in our level range. So we could try it. I just don't think we're going to get a lot of interest at this time of day. Sweeping strikes would be a good idea here. So would putting Rend on our second target have been. And I hope you guys don't mind me skipping around a little bit and just kind of taking care of some stuff on my own and not really recording every single thing that happens. Like I said, some quests just don't really... I'm just not in the mood to like sit on a pile of corpses waiting for them to respawn and to feel like that is time I then have to fill with words or thoughts. Sometimes, as you guys know, when you're doing those quests with that tedious respawn rate and you're literally just farming a respawn pile, it just helps to sit there, put something else on your second monitor, and just accept that that's what you're in for. Whereas quests like this, we could actually, you know, explore the area and find enemies to fight and maybe have some interesting encounters without just standing on a body. And, you know, Stranglethorn is a long zone, so if all I did was stay in Stranglethorn and record every single moment of me being there, we'd have like 10 hours of Stranglethorn and not a lot of anything else. At least we've gotten a few tusks now. Eventually we're gonna have to find some shadow hunters. Turn the floating health bars back off. I have a tendency to turn those on in dungeons. It's easier for me to see what I'm targeting. We have a friendly undead mage here just kind of hanging out with us. He's bouncing now. I'm going to assume that means he's happy. Okay, he's helping us. Not really sure why. Seems detrimental to him and a waste of time, but it is what it is. Ah, there we go. We got one of the medicine pouches. I like that he ran behind the rock and then ran back out. I mean, it's not that I don't appreciate the help. It's that I just don't understand it. We can't even communicate with each other in-game because we're different factions. I don't know what the Frost Nova is doing for either of us, really. I mean, I have to stand in melee. And I definitely have threat. I hope he's not trying to get tags on these guys, because if he is, he's going about it the wrong way. Like, I'm gonna give him a minute here to see, like, if he wants to tag one of these guys. There we go. I'm gonna let him go ahead and get a little tag in. And we'll build up some rage by auto-attacking this one for him. Oh, not only do we get rage by auto-attacking, we got some aggro. Alright, we'll bandage up, and now we have plenty of rage to continue. I think the shadow hunters might be in this cave, but then again, this cave might not be very deep. Oh, it is. It is rather deep, actually. We hit that one so hard that she blipped back in time. Here's the shadow hunters. We also have a human rogue here, just kind of hanging out in stealth, level 37. And look at that, first Shadow Hunter, and we get our Shadow Hunter knife. So, I don't know if we need to continue in the cave. Let's go outside of the cave and look for more of the medicine men and just get our tusks from wherever. Where are you going? Alright. Fair enough. Other developments, you might have noticed we have a bunch of greater healing potions, which we're going to have to use one of them in a minute here, I think. I went ahead and finally made it over to Darnassus and trained some alchemy stuff and made a bunch of potions. So yeah, these ones restore 455 to 585, which still isn't really a lot. But it's better than nothing, and it's better than what we had. We could make Elixir of Agility, but we would need a lot of Strangle Kelp, which we haven't ever had. I think we pick up Strangle Kelp from water. And I don't often go in water. And then the elusive Wild Steel Bloom. Still have never really found a lot of this, so... yeah. I really don't know of these things that we can get skill ups on, which one we're actually going to get a lot enough to level up. We need to find a bunch of Steel Bloom. So maybe I'll have to look that up. There's probably a zone where it's more prevalent, but it seems like more of a rare drop. This guy is definitely going to aggro somebody, even if I'm careful here. Yeah, it took him a long-ass time to do it, but he finally saw some help and he made for it. Good for him. Usually mobs aren't that intelligent. I half expected him to get halfway to this person and then turn around. But he went the distance. Let's go ahead and eat a little bit. I also picked up some level 35 of food since we have well exceeded that point now. As far as talents, I've continued to put points into Tactical Mastery. I don't want to pick one of these weapon skills. It does seem like a waste of points to me. It would be great to put points into Axe Specialization until I get a sword, or a mace, or a polearm. And then I have a bunch of wasted points, and I haven't respect yet, so I think I get one respect for free. I just don't really want to use that right now. I made the mistake on my very first WoW Classic character, which was a Night Elf Warrior. I made the mistake of thinking that we could, like, try different specs, right? I started that character as full protection, and we leveled protection spec for a long time. And it was okay. We had a lot of survivability, as you would imagine. We didn't have a lot of DPS. That got worse at times when we didn't have a great weapon. And so after a while, you know, eventually I respec to arms. And then eventually I decided that I want to... I think we went back to Prot for a while, and then we went to Fury. Anyway, after all the trying out of different specs, I think that was one of the contributing factors for why we did not get a mount on that character. We got our mount after BC was out, when mounts costed less. But he didn't get his 100 gold mount, because he didn't have 100 gold. And so even though we get one respec for free, I think I want to save it until it's actually purposeful, as opposed to just playing around with all the specs. We have almost 20 gold, so 35 or so more gold to go, I think, and we'll have enough for our mount. Will we get that in 3 levels? Probably not. I think if I get to level 30, I'll just have to go park myself in the Badlands, and maybe if I just farm for that whole level, maybe we'll have enough then. It would be close. And then I could also check out some herb prices, and if there are stacks of a certain herb selling for a lot, I can go farm that herb up. And we're going to have to circle back towards the settlement to find one of the witch doctors. Well, I say one, but it's probably going to take a couple of them before it drops. And I think at like level 38 or 39, maybe we will try to do Cathedral, Scarlet Monastery Cathedral. I don't remember a lot about Cathedral except a courtyard with a water fountain in it. I don't remember... Isn't Sally Whitemane, isn't she the last boss in there? I haven't done Cathedral in a long time. I might not have done Cathedral at all in Classic. I don't think we did a Cathedral run on any character. There are a lot of 5-man dungeons that I have not been able to do in Classic, even though I've played Classic since launch. A part of that is not reaching the required level with that wave of people who are there, and then the only groups available are like boost groups, and I did not engage in the boosting scene. That is not how I want to play the game. I understand that for some people they get to a point where it's worth the gold / money just to pay for the boost to get to see the content, but that's not how I like to experience content. Alright, this quest is done, so we can get out of here. Never did find a group. Which way do we want to go? Let's go north, I think. Although that's going to take us right through the circle of outer binding. Should be fine. Well. Robert, when you spam for a group, you have to pay attention to your whispers. Yeah. That would have been nice. Let's try that again, and this time I will keep an eye over here. I created this breakout tab, but I'm still not used to not seeing the whispers pop up in the general scroll, so it's ultimately my fault and my responsibility. And I'm sure if these folks are still here, they will they will reach out, but... Sometimes I literally can't see the herbs, especially if I'm not familiar with what they look like. It just blends right into everything else. Profession skills are looking pretty good. I mean, we're 210 herbalism, 195 alchemy. First aid will probably get maxed out soon. And then I have to figure out how we learn Mage Weave and Heavy Mage Weave, because I have no idea. Probably need to just look it up and figure out how we're going to achieve it. Although the heavy silk bandages are still doing rather well by us. We are going to be throwing down with this raptor. Oh, look at that. We got out. 38 elementals. I don't know if it's worth going in there for all those herbs. We do have... I don't have that one. .022. I'm assuming that's typos. Oh, I don't know. 022. Let's invite some people and see. Oh, it's the wanted poster. It's got to be the wanted poster, right? Yep. Quest log is full. We can fix that.
Be careful.
Alright, there we go. Let's grab this. And I need to take a look at my quest log here. I wish we had the 25. That would have been a change I would have liked to see for a season where they're focusing on doing quest, is increasing the quest log capacity. I don't really have a lot that I want to drop. I could drop something easy like Panther Mastery that we know exactly where to pick it up. I'm going to drop Yeti for Cloak. Because I really don't think I'm going to go back to do that. And if I do go back to do it, I know exactly where to pick the quest up, so... Alright, well, it looks like we're going to be doing this, so I am going to go ahead and take us over there and park it, and wait for these guys to come down and meet us. Alright, well, not surprisingly, we weren't able to hold a group together for the Arathi Elite quest. We had a couple of groups half-formed, and they all fell apart before we were able to get 3 or 4 people. And it just didn't work out, so I'll try that again during prime time. The morning is clearly not the time when people want to group up to do elite quests. So we're back in Stranglethorn. There's a couple things that I think we can wrap up here. We need water elementals. Right now I'm in a group that is hunting an elite... well, we're hunting an elite Crocolisk. For Excelsior, Elder Crocolisk skin. It's marked as an elite quest. I don't know where this quest is at, and I'm not sure I've ever done it before. It's hard to find that perfect skin. The only one that fits my plan is the skin of an Elder Saltwater Crocolisk The elders only come out to defend the saltwater crocolisks, so you might need to kill a few. Okay. We can do that. Oh, look. It's already up. Well, that's amazing and a nice change. Look, it's an elite quest that we're gonna get to complete. And then we'll swim out to the island right nearby here and try to collect the water elemental bracers for a goblin down in Booty Bay. And there we go. And now we're actually right by the island we needed to go to, so that worked out really well. I didn't know where the crocodile was when I looked for a group for the quest, but it ended up working out really well with what I wanted to do besides that. Now we have to remember we're not going to be able to rend these guys, and our deep wounds isn't going to do anything, so that's going to put us at a little bit of a disadvantage. Maybe we'll be a little bit more careful. This place is kind of crawling with guys. I don't want to fight more than 2 of them, and we are kind of surrounded. And this is part of the Haunted Isle questline. So earlier we were asked to find the Haunted Island, and this is it. Every time I see the Haunted Island quest, I think it's going to be much cooler than it actually is. You know, I'm actually thinking, hey, cool, a haunted island with a haunted castle somewhere in Stranglethorn? That sounds amazing. How did I never see this? And then I figure out that it's the Water Elemental Island, which is not as cool as a true haunted island, but I get how they can get confused. They being the NPCs in the game world. Let's take a moment here and craft some more bandages, shall we? At least it has a really good drop rate. Of course, I praised the drop rate, and then the item stopped dropping because of course it did. Alright, that is 6 out of 6. I feel like both of these go back to Booty Bay, and Booty Bay. And then I also have a Scarlet Monastery elite quest that turns in back in Ironforge. So I'm going to work on getting all of these turned in. We still have to fight our way to the back of the big troll ruin to get the 2 tablets back there and find the other tablets. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what else we can do next. I have a lot of stuff in Desolus to do, so maybe that is where I need to go and just work on some stuff for a while. And we have Dustswallow Marsh that we can do quest for too. Like, I think right now, or maybe at level 38 would be a better place to start, but I think we are going to be leaving the Eastern Kingdoms behind for a little bit and doing some questing over in Kalimdor. So let me know what you guys think. Always love to hear from you. And thank you so much for all the continued support on the series. It does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth somewhere soon. Bye now.